This story begins at a time when the world was on the edge of destruction. To save humanity, a group of brilliant scientists came together and built a secret city, buried miles beneath the surface of the earth. They knew that one day people might need a way out, so they carefully wrote down every instruction for leaving this underground city on a set of papers. Those instructions, along with a special key, were sealed inside a locked box, programmed to open only after 200 years. The box was handed to the city's very first mayor, with one important duty, to pass it down to the next mayor, and for that mayor to pass it to the one after, continuing the chain for 2 full centuries. This responsibility continued smoothly for generations, until tragedy struck. One of the mayors died unexpectedly at a young age, breaking the chain. The box was placed inside his storeroom, forgotten over time and eventually lost from memory. 200 years passed. The time had finally come for the box to open. Now we meet a boy named Dune, who is about to experience one of the most important days of his life. His education is complete, and today he will be assigned his role in this underground city. But just before the ceremony begins, something strange happens. The city's power goes out, plunging everything into pitch darkness. The citizens call these incidents blackouts, and each one has been lasting longer than the last. Dune, a smart and curious boy, hopes he'll be assigned to work with the city's generator, the massive machine that keeps their world alive by providing electricity. The generator has been failing often, leaving the city in growing darkness. Dune dreams of helping to repair it. The assignment ceremony begins. All the young graduates gather to receive their jobs, except for one girl, Lena. She rushes through the streets of Ember and arrives just in time. One by one, the kids pull slips of paper from a bag, each with a job written on it. When Lena's turn comes, she is disappointed to read her slip. Pipeworks laborer. The job feels heavy, dirty, and not at all what she wanted. She hides her frustration, but inside, she's unhappy. Next is Dune's turn. He also doesn't get what he was hoping for. Instead of the generator, he's assigned to work as a messenger, delivering notes from person to person across the city. After the ceremony, Dune approaches Lena with an idea. "I don't want to waste my time running around carrying messages," he tells her. "I'd rather work in the pipeworks. That way I'll be closer to the generator." Lena's eyes brighten. She dislikes her pipeworks assignment but loves the idea of being a messenger. Without hesitation, they agree to swap jobs. Lena thanks him happily and hurries off, eager to share the good news with her aunt. Later that day, Dune returns home. His father hands him a strange-looking device, assuring him that with time, its purpose will make sense. He tells Dune that from this day forward, he should look at the world differently, paying attention to small details that most people ignore. Outside, Dune spots a strange creature, a bug with damaged wings. Using a twig, he gently helps repair its wings, and the creature flies away. Dune doesn't realize it, but this insect may have come from beyond the underground city. Meanwhile, Lena is at home with her little sister, Poppy. To help her sleep, she plays an old recording filled with ancient voices from the past. Poppy loves listening to it. Lena, too, has a secret wish deep inside her heart. She dreams of seeing the world beyond this underground city, just once in her life. The next morning, Lena wakes up excited. It's her first day as a messenger, and she's ready to begin. At the same time, Dune heads into the pipeworks to start his duties. He's introduced to an older worker named Soul, who explains the job, gives him a locker, and hands him a metal helmet. Scratched into the helmet is a name, and Soul explains why. "If anything happens to you, they'll know who you are. The last worker who wore this drowned." That night, Dune tries to convince Soul to let him take a closer look at the generator. "I can help fix it," he says earnestly. But Soul, exhausted, drifts off to sleep before hearing him out. As Dune studies the pipeworks, Lena happily delivers messages around the city. But her day takes an unexpected turn when she hears a scream outside. Looking through a window, she sees a man who appears to be searching for a way out of the city. Fear suddenly grips him and he runs back into the darkness. As Dune continues working in the pipeworks, his curiosity gets the better of him. While Saul naps, Dune quietly slips a map out of his pocket, a map that shows the full network of pipes beneath the city. Determined to uncover secrets, Dune explores deeper and eventually stumbles into a hidden room. Inside, he's shocked to see shelves stacked with food supplies. Just as he begins to look around, a man suddenly barges in. Without a word, the man shoves Dune out and slams the door behind him. Before Dune can process what just happened, the lights in the city flicker and go out once again. This blackout lasts longer than usual and panic spreads among the citizens. Later, Lena finds Dune and shares what she saw the other day, the man desperately searching for a way out of Ember. She explains that he mentioned something about water, a resource so rare in their world that it's almost unthinkable. As she speaks, the lights surge back on, and an announcement calls all pipeworks laborers to gather immediately. Before parting, Lena gives Dune a strange beetle wing she found earlier, unsure of what it really means. Back at home, Lena checks on her grandmother, who isn't doing well. Her grandmother struggles to remember something important she's been trying to tell Lena. In the storeroom, Lena spots her little sister Poppy chewing on scraps of old paper pulled from a metal box. Startled, she rushes to pull the box out. Her grandmother's eyes light up. She tells Lena that this very box, is the special thing she had been trying to speak about. But when Lena presses her for details, her grandmother can't recall what exactly it means. She only insists that the box holds something vital. Meanwhile, down in the pipeworks, things are growing worse. The generator, the heart of the city, is breaking down. It can no longer be trusted to keep Ember alive. The next day, Lena goes about her messenger duties. She delivers a coded message to the mayor from the same man who had shoved Dune away from the storeroom. Lena doesn't understand the strange writing, but carries out her duty. When she arrives at City Hall, she notices portraits of all the past mayors hanging on the walls. Her eyes widen when she spots the 7th mayor, her own ancestor, holding the exact same box she had found in her home. Intrigued, Lena asks the current mayor about it. But instead of answering, he coldly dismisses her and orders her to leave. That night, Dune shows the beetle wing to his father, but his father warns him not to dwell too much on strange discoveries. Still, Dune's curiosity only deepens. Meanwhile, Lena carefully examines the torn papers from the box. Unfortunately, Poppy had chewed through most of them, leaving the message incomplete. She also finds a small glass object inside the box, but can't figure out its purpose. Hoping for answers, she takes it to an older woman for help, but the woman doesn't recognize it either. Another blackout strikes while Lena walks home, and when she arrives, her grandmother's health has worsened. Lena desperately tries once again to get answers from her, but this time it's too late. Her grandmother can no longer speak clearly. Later, Lena takes Poppy to see a doctor after she starts coughing badly. The doctor examines Poppy and, to Lena's shock, pulls a half-swallowed piece of paper from the child's mouth. It's another fragment from the mysterious box. As Lena pieces it together, she begins to notice faint instructions hidden in the text. But before she can solve it, tragedy strikes. Her grandmother passes away. With nowhere else to go, Lena and Poppy move in with a neighbor. Grieving yet determined, Lena decides she must uncover the truth about the box at all costs. She brings the papers to Dune, who remembers reading about a book written long ago by the city's original builders. Together, they sneak into a restricted area to compare the fragments with the ancient text. To their amazement, the words match almost exactly. The instructions are real. The box was meant to show the people of Ember how to escape. But before they can finish studying it, someone enters the room, and they are forced to hide and then run away. After escaping, Lena shows Dune the reconstructed document. The last word on it is exit. This convinces them that the paper describes a way out of Ember. Dune leads Lena to a tunnel he discovered, one that had been erased from Sewell's pipeline map. They sense a secret hidden there. While exploring, they see two men carrying supplies but quickly leaving after hearing a strange animal sound. Suddenly, a large, frightening creature resembling a giant rat appears. Neither Dune nor Lena understands what it is. They find food among the supplies the men had dropped, but the creature notices them and begins to chase them. Dune runs in another direction while Lena ends up cornered in the same storeroom Dune had once found. The creature gets closer, but Dune arrives just in time, distracting it and trapping it in a space so they can both escape. Later, Lena notices Dune's helmet and sees her father's name scratched onto it. Dune explains that the previous worker who wore it drowned, which means Lena's father had died in an accident there. Realizing this, Lena is devastated. Her mother had already passed away, and now she knows her father's fate too. Trying to comfort her, her Aunt Clary shows her a special machine that can cut through rock to create tunnels. She explains it could be used to escape Ember, though it had also caused deaths in the past. The mayor organizes a team to deal with the blackout problems, but the situation in Ember continues to worsen. One day, Lena sees a woman drop her belongings. Among them are rare fruits that no one in the city has seen for a long time. When asked, the woman says she is delivering them to a friend. Lena realizes this friend is the same strange man who had once forced Dune out of the storeroom. Suspicious, Lena tells Dune, and together they sneak into the mayor's office through the pipelines. What they find shocks them. Piles of food and supplies hidden away while the rest of the city suffers. They also see the mayor asleep in his chair after secretly eating. Disgusted, they leave quietly. Later that night, Lena invites Dune to her home. They play one of the old recorded tapes for Poppy, but Dune suddenly notices something important in the recording. He hears his own father's voice talking to Lena's father. In the conversation, the two men mention that the builders had left instructions for an escape. This confirms to Dune that the torn papers they found are truly important. When Dune tells his father about it, his father hesitates to believe, but Dune insists he has proof. Meanwhile, Lena tries to report the mayor's corruption to a trusted official at City Hall, but instead of helping, the official betrays her and takes her directly to the mayor. The mayor notices the metal box in Lena's hands and tries to seize it from her. At that very moment, another blackout occurs and Lena escapes. The furious mayor sends his guards to search for her. Around the same time, a large public gathering takes place in the city, giving Lena a chance to hide among the crowds. The guards also storm Dune's house, but his father cleverly distracts them, allowing Dune to slip away. The search then moves to Lena's house, where her aunt and sister are present, but Lena is not there. Without realizing the danger, her aunt accidentally reveals that Lena had planned to meet Dune at the greenhouse. The mayor has posters printed across the city, offering a reward for capturing Dune and Lena. Now officially fugitives, the two friends hide and plan their escape. Lena shows Dune the rock-cutting machine that Clary once revealed to her. She also insists they must take the metal box with them. During the city's ongoing festival, they secretly return and manage to bring Poppy along. Together, the three of them sneak into the pipelines, heading toward the generator hall. They know that if there is an exit, this is where the instructions will guide them. With Poppy safely with them, Lena and Dune reach the area near the generator hall. But when they try the main door, it refuses to open. Lena then remembers the torn scrap of paper she still has. The instructions on it point them toward a nearby locker. Inside, they discover a hidden lever. When they pull it, a small boat is released onto an underground river. The current begins carrying it forward on its own. The three of them climb in, but soon the boat crashes into a large gear and breaks apart. For a moment, it feels like they have failed. Still following the instructions, they continue exploring and reach a control room filled with switches and mechanisms. After carefully studying the torn papers, they finally find another path leading away from the failing generator. Back in Ember, short circuits spread through the city as the generator nears total collapse. Meanwhile, Lena, Dune, and Poppy board another boat. This one carries them safely down the underground river, far from the city. At the same time, the mayor retreats into his private bunker, planning to save himself. But inside, he encounters the same dangerous creature that once chased Lena and Dune. With no way to escape, the mayor is killed. After many hours of traveling in darkness, Lena, Dune, and Poppy finally emerge from the tunnels. At first it is night, and the world above looks just as dark as Ember. They feel disappointed, thinking they have escaped only to find more darkness. But then morning arrives. For the first time in their lives, they see the sun rise, casting light across the land. They are amazed and overjoyed at the sight of the natural world. Wanting to help the people still trapped below, they write a note about the escape route and drop it back down through a crack in the ground. Dune's father finds it, realizing his son is alive and has discovered the way out. The story ends here, with Lena, Dune, and Poppy finally free, and with hope that the people of Ember will soon join them in the world above.